why don't we go over to the last series in the East? I mean, this is a series that nobody really thought was gonna happen. I'll be honest. Like nobody thought
Uh,
the
no, that's
Heat.
the number 5 beating the number 4 and the number
Yeah,
8 beating the number 1 and the number 8 and the number 5 are now playing each other for a chance for the Eastern Conference Finals. Nobody thought that.
insane. And the Heat. I'm sorry. The Knicks have not made the Eastern Conference Finals since 1998. So this is their shot. And since Patrick Ewing, obviously, when he was on their squad back in the day. So what do you think about this one? Who you got? This one, kind of a tough one because both of these teams are not great at one thing. But who you got for this one?
I mean, this one is probably gonna be determined about what they don't have, and that's Julius Randle and Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero. And God knows what other injuries are going to come through. Right now, the Knicks came out, thought they had the game won, but Timothy Butler decided that that's not going to happen.
He's
Um,
him. He's
he's
him.
him, and he definitely showed up a little bit, and then rolled his ankle. So while the Heat took game one, um, no way he plays game two. They're not trying to come out and say that. I don't know if they actually fully reported it yet, but those reports are also saying the shit is the size of a golf ball, or a tennis ball. So I doubt the team allows him to play no matter what. Knowing him, he probably want to play. But I definitely don't see him coming back game two. We'll have to reevaluate at the end of this week to see how he's looking for next week. With that being said, this was not hard as in that hard. But at the end of the day, Knicks are probably a better row on the team with the absence of Tyler Hero. But god damn, you cannot count Jimmy out. Watching that 52-point game against the Bucks really just like lets you know when the ball's in his hands and when there's a shot in the dark, Jimmy Butler will find you a way.
Playoff Jimmy's the
So
thing.
that's
It
why it's
really
hard to
is.
choose from. Because without Jimmy Butler, you choose the Knicks over the Heat. And that's what you have to do until we know when Jimmy's coming back. So as of right now, Josh Hart playing great energy, playing outstanding, backing up Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson's just showing that he was worth that contract, showing that these motherfuckers in Dallas were stupid for letting him
Yeah.
go. And now he's pretty much averaging 24, 5, and 2 steals in the first round and had a great hell of a series. Obi Toppin stepped up in the absence of Randall, and like you said earlier, him and Mitchell Robinson was just going off in the first round, making their presence known, being physical in the paint. So definitely want to see if that Knicks team can continue to contribute everyone, and obviously just give Jalen Brown some help. We know he's going to show up. Let's see if Barrett can continue to show up. Let's see if Hart can continue to show up. And let's see if Robinson can continue to show up because he's averaging 10 boards and 2 blocks. So he's actually having a decent first round as well.
He's a great blocker, by the way. Mitchell
He
Robinson.
is. He just
Even
never had the size, like as in strength and
yeah,
body wise
yeah.
size.
He was
Yeah.
never strong like Dwight Howard
Mhm.
was, but he was tall and lengthy, kind of like Bol or kind of like, guys like that, or Mo Bamba, somebody like that. He was definitely tall and lengthy.
So yeah, so he's definitely doing his thing, and right now, unfortunately, Caleb Martin and Kevin Love is not enough.
Mm.
Kyle Lowry's definitely showing he's feisty. Like you said, Kevin Love in that first game, really, I'll be honest, if it weren't for a majority of those outlet passes, that wouldn't have been the same type of game. Transition defense is one of the Knicks' specialty, and basically the Heat already have a game plan to make sure they can get by that, and use that against them. So definitely great coach team, but without their superstar and without their second best player, scoring wise, because Bam, like you can't build a team or win a game with just Bam. I'll tell you that much.
Good
So
point.
without Hero and without Butler, I don't know how much we can expect from this Heat team. It was probably gonna be a fun series before Butler got injured, just knowing what he could bring to the table, and obviously we can't expect him to be out the whole series. I don't think. But you give a team like the Knicks a chance to catch up and take the lead in a 7-game series, it's gonna be hard for the Heat to come back.
That's true. That's very true. Plus, the Heat did steal a game at home, game one against the Knicks, and that was a game at home that the Knicks lost. Which you would think, you know, obviously without Tyler Hero, you would think that the Knicks should have won that game. One thing I will say in this series, you're gonna need R.J. Barrett to step up for the Knicks if you want like anybody to step up. That's got to be the guy. Like Josh Hart has been balling out since he's been on the Knicks. I'll give him that. He's literally been the perfect trade player that you need, like a guy that comes in and gets you over 10, 15 points, for the rest of the season average, and can make threes and still be a great defender. He still defends very well that shooting guard position. I do think that that's gonna be the key right there, because the shooting guards, obviously you're gonna have Gabe Vincent out there, and you're gonna have Max Truss is gonna be like another guy that's gonna be out there for Miami. But you know who's Miami's been putting out there lately? Duncan Robinson. Like,
They have
where
no
did he come
choice.
from, bro? I know they don't. Like, literally
They need
everyone's
the
out.
points.
I know
Yeah.
everyone's been out. All their forwards are out. They need the points for sure. But it's crazy. Like, Duncan Robinson's been playing good. He's been shooting threes. We all know about his defense and how terrible it is. One of the worst in the league. But he's actually been balling out, shooting a lot of threes. Even in the first round, he was able to shoot threes and win some games for him. Now, I do think that this series is going to come down to defense. Miami plays very good defense, and the New York Knicks are going to need to shoot the ball better from three. That's the one thing they struggle with. You got Jalen Brunson, who likes to go inside. Obviously, you got Randall, who sometimes will shoot a three or two, but you can't expect him to do that. And who are you really going to ask, like, the Knicks to shoot? Like, Hart, yes. RJ Barrett, yes. But other than that, Toppin, sometimes. Like, they really don't have many guys that can consistently make threes. All the guys like going inside. Isaiah quickly likes going inside. Obviously guys like Fournier and Randall, they're all like inside type players. So I will like to see them shoot more threes, and if they make more threes, then they're going to be very successful. Now, without Miami having everyone on their squad, you kind of think that they're going to lose it, but I'm going to be the contrarian and say I don't. I think that even without Jimmy Butler, Miami is going to take care of the New York Knicks. Miami
Mm.
just has better role players. Not only that, they're a way better coach team. I think this is going to be an easy series for Miami.
Mm.
Like, people thought I was going to go the other way, but no. This is not going to be an easy series for the Knicks. The Knicks are not going to come back in this series once they go down. They lost the game at home already. I think Eric Spoelstra, I've already said this, one of the best coaches in the NBA, in NBA history. He knows how to have teams that lose, or sorry, teams that don't have a star player and that are like losing in the regular season, and he knows how to bring them up in the playoffs. One thing about Eric Spoelstra is he plays all his guys, and he plays his rotations at perfect placements. That's one thing he's gonna do against the Knicks. I expect this to be a 6-game series as well, and I think the Heat are gonna beat the Knicks in 6. Whenever Jimmy comes back, obviously he's gonna be the caveat to it, but I just think the role players that Miami has are gonna be playing way better than the role players than the Knicks have, and that's gonna be the key difference, and that's what's gonna win it for Miami though. Who you got for this series though? I want to know what you think.
Honestly, as crazy as it sounds, like I really do agree with you.
Well,
And before Jimmy went down, I had the Heat winning this easily. Um, Even with them taking game one, without Jimmy, that's a whole different team.
true. It's
I don't
totally
trust
different.
them. I don't trust them yet.
Mm.
So without knowing when Jimmy returns, I don't see them winning this series without Jimmy. And like I said, if Jimmy takes too long, 'cause at the end of the day, like what do they risk him coming back? Because you got to save Jimmy for the next round if you do win. You got to make sure he don't come back and fuck up his ankle to then face the Celtics or the 76ers.
Yeah, but be honest with me though. Do we expect them to even once they get past this, or if they get past this round, could they beat a team like the 76ers or Celtics?
No, but
I don't
if they
expect that
think
either.
they can,
Yeah, I guess you're right.
and that's what
I
I'm saying.
guess you're
So
right.
like, how much do they limit his return? If it's how bad is it? Actually, let me just look this shit up. I just want to
I
know
mean,
how
it
far.
is a rolled ankle, just like you said. It's a sprained ankle. It's a grade 1 sprained ankle. Supposedly, it takes you out 2 to 3 days. That is pretty much 1 to 2 games. Like I said, the second round they're doing 1 game, 1 day off, 1 day on. So they're talking bringing him possibly back third game. If not third game, then for sure fourth game. So that's what most of the
Yeah,
talk
because his
is.
dumbass played through it in the first game.
Yeah, I mean, he was injured like the third quarter, and then he
That's
kept
what I'm
going.
saying. Yeah, he
But
kept
he was
going. So
balling out
knowing
though.
him,
So
he wants to come back, and knowing them, they want to keep him out. They don't want to let their star player get injured in the fucking series against the Knicks.
so what you think? He comes back fourth game? Not even third?
Nah, I think he's gonna come back third.
Hmm.
So that's in Miami.
Yeah, they're going back to Miami after game 3, game 4.
Oh, I can't
The Knicks
decide
gonna be
now.
partying down there. They gotta go to South Beach, go to the SLS hotel real quick, and then they gotta go wake up and probably play a game on Sunday, game 3. That's gonna be a tough one. Who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Knicks in 7.
Damn.
That also
Damn.
might be my bias on hating the Heat. Uh, but I think it's a little bit worse than they want it to seem. Because
Yeah, I
Poster's like, I
mean,
know where his heart is. I know what he wants to do. This was not just a decision between Jimmy and I. We're probably the worst people to rely on to make that kind of decision.
no,
We
obviously they
have
both
people
want
in
him
the
to be on the
medical staff.
court.
They want him to be on the court. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So they actually want him to be on quicker than you're saying. You're saying that they want to keep him off, but they actually want to put him
No, they
on.
want
It's the
him
medical
on.
staff
That it's going
that's
to
holding him back.
determine.
So I'll be honest, I got them coming back game 3, and after game 3, I could see them only losing
So
one
I
game
got
after
him
game
coming
3.
back game 3, but I got them losing. And at
Losing
that
game 3 in
point, I
Miami.
got it. I got it 2-1 Knicks. And then I got Miami winning game 4, and now we're back in the 3-game series. Jimmy's not
3-game series after
100%,
4.
and then Jimmy's not 100% at this point. He's starting to exhaust himself. It's going to be reminiscent of him dragging himself to a game 7 last year against the Celtics, just to come short in one shot.
Man, that's great. I just think playoff Jimmy's the thing this year. I think
Oh
playoff
yeah,
Jimmy is back, and I do expect him to have one more.
Playoff Jimmy got regular season ankles, so
He do, but I think he's gonna come back from one of these games and just shoot the lights out. I expect Miami to win game 5 and 6 actually,
but
and
I'll take them winning so they could face us in the next round. I wouldn't mind knocking the Heat off once again.
so who you picking then? Miami or Knicks?
I'm gonna go with Knicks in 7.
All right. I'm still taking Heat in 6.
I'm gonna go
I
Knicks
think
in
I
7.
think there's gonna be a quick series that's gonna be a lot of people are gonna have Miami as underdog, but don't count them out. So real quick though, before we finish it off, let's give the people who we had again. This series I had Miami in 6. You had
Oh, it's Knicks in 7.
and then in the Lakers versus the Warriors series, I had the Lakers in 6. You had
Lakers in 7.
nice, and then we go off to the other one in the West, Denver versus Phoenix. Who you had in this one? Who you got?
We both had Nuggets in 6.
Yep, both had Nuggets in 6. And then the final series going over in the East, the Philadelphia 76ers against Celtics. Sorry, almost said Lake. Excuse me.
Wow.
Melo Celtics versus
Wow.
the 76ers. Let me bring that back.
Wow.
Man, they're like the two best franchises in the NBA. You get them confused sometimes. They got almost the same amount of. Nah.
No, we're tied, but we're still better. And I think we both had Celtics in 7.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yep.
All Celtics in 7 in that one, and that's gonna be a great series. I think all these second round matchups are gonna be pretty good to watch, though. A lot of star power, obviously a lot of great names, a lot of great cities, and in the NBA, some historic franchises, and definitely gonna be a sight to watch.
100%. Second round's gonna be hectic, and honestly, granted, the Heat versus Knicks probably isn't the best series we thought we were gonna see. But whatever conference final series we get is about to be hectic. More than likely, people want to see Heat versus Sixers or Celtics because of Jimmy Butler over the Knicks. But either way, it will still be a great series. And obviously in the West, Suns, Nuggets, Warriors, Lakers. That's just high quality basketball.
Can't go wrong with either one.
So literally, so whichever two we get in the conference final, that is gonna be a hell of a series. So definitely looking forward to this one. Like I said, I'm highly invested in the Celtics versus 76ers, which to me is the Eastern Conference Finals. So
Yeah, man. Yeah,
hoping that
pretty
we get
much. I
through
mean,
this one,
it seems
and
like
we'll
almost the
see.
finals matchup. That one and in the West, the Lakers versus Warriors. Those
Hmm.
seem like final matchups. They really do. They really do.
Yes, they do.